there, I'm Melissa. Welcome to Wholesome Massage and Movement. I just finished teaching a class where we've been focusing on our joint health. One of the techniques that I super love in eccentrics for supporting our joint health is the idea of pulling out of a joint when we're doing movement. Now, pulling out serves a lot of different objectives in our body. It's really great for creating better stabilization around a joint and for sort of targeting the smaller joint stabilizing muscles. It's also great for stimulating the nerve cells that we have in our joints and stimulating the communication that's going on between our joints and our brain. It also encourages our joint to create more synovial fluid, which is the lubrication that's within our joints. When we sort of pull out and we create sort of like that suction type feeling in our joint, more synovial fluid gets made. So many reasons why decompressing our joints like this is really great for supporting their joint health. So I wanted to give you a little example of it in some of the arm exercises that we do in eccentrics, just to show you how we can create a lot of strength and a lot of power in a very sort of difficult exercise, but it ends up being an exercise that's very elongating and decompressing for our joints, instead of the type of workouts that maybe create a lot of compression and joint pain. So we're going to start by a nice pull up through our spine so that we're feeling nice and tall. And I want you to just tuck your elbows into your sides. And I want you to sort of pull your elbows in and maybe just hold that for a moment. You're going to feel how that creates some tension in here underneath your arms. Those muscles are kind of pulling your shoulder blades down and stabilizing them on your back. So while we've got those shoulder blades stabilized on our back, I want you to now imagine that you can push out through your arms, but you're still trying to keep the sort of pull in sensation of that shoulder blade. And what we're going to end up doing is stabilizing that shoulder blade on our rib cage, but then elongating our humerus out of the socket that it shares with our shoulder blade. So we're creating a little bit of space in that joint. So let's try that out again. We're going to suck our elbows in a little bit, feel those obliques and that serratus start to kick in so that our shoulder blades engage down into our rib cage. You might feel a little tension in your belly too, so that you feel nice and stable. Then we're going to start to press out, but keep that nice stable feeling in our rib cage and around our shoulder blade. We want to try to get that arm nice and straight, and now staying really still right here. I like to pretend I have a bird perched here and I don't want to disturb it. I'm going to start to make these little pumps up and down, feeling my shoulder blades nice and stable on my ribs in the back, and my arm is starting to articulate in the socket there. All of those deep stabilizing muscles of my rotator cuff are being stimulated, and you can see how hard those long muscles are working to create that pulling away sensation. So feel free to try it out. Whew. Doesn't take long before you feel it.